I'm Andre.
And today we are going to talk to you about humping. Yes, mounting, humping, that kind of behavior that maybe you've seen, I'm sure you've seen in the dog park, maybe you've seen in your own dog.
And you probably think it's quite embarrassing.
It sure is. It sure is. I think there's something socially unacceptable
That's right. That's
about
apparently
humping.
Apparently not for dogs, though.
Humping in public. Something you want to stop. So why does my dog do that? Why does my dog hump? And I know that, for example, my Great Dane, we called him for a while Sir Hump-a-Lot, and that was before he was fixed. So he just had a lot of energy and a lot of he was very excitable.
And that's what we believe that's what causes most of that kind of thing is excitement and arousal, and the dogs don't feel they have another way to. So what do?
Right.
They just hop on the nearest person, object, or dog, and away they go. Right.
Exactly. Away they go.
Now it might be a sexual reproduction thing.
Sure.
But that probably doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, and I mean I gotta say, Sir Hump-a-Lot usually chose he usually chose males.
Boy dogs.
Boy
So the
dogs,
reproduction
yes.
thing's not going to work,
Yeah.
right?
And we see in the daycare sometimes females humping as well. So it's not just boy dogs that hump. Let me just clarify that.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
When my dog gets excited, one of the things you see starting is the back end start to move,
Okay.
even if she's just standing there.
All
so
right.
it is very much, it's excitement, it's arousal.
Okay.
And but isn't it also dominance? Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, geez, that word.
The D word,
the
sorry.
D word. Humping is not dominance. So we need to stop thinking that right away. Actually, if the dog is humping another dog, chances are that it's going to elicit a fight. So that is certainly, if he wanted to be dominant,
he wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do
He
that.
wouldn't choose
right?
that.
He
right.
wouldn't choose that behavior. It's absolutely not dominance because it is excitement. It's arousal. It has nothing to do with a dog trying to assert himself as leader of a pack or whatever. All that stuff that we know is no longer
and we
valid.
we see it from young puppies. We see it in our puppy classes when the excitement gets too high. Sometimes one dog will revert to that, not knowing how else to express that high level of arousal, and that's all it is.
Right.
Now, there's things we can do about it, right?
Absolutely. So I would say in a group setting, it's always important to interrupt the humping because you don't want to be embarrassed. First of all, it's usually the first thought that comes into your mind. But also, it's very uncomfortable for the dog on the receiving end of it. And it's also, if it's out of excitement and arousal, you just interrupt. You tell your dog, we don't do that. And then maybe you can give him a second chance. And if he keeps going, then just break it up. So we just break it up. If your dog is humping an object, because pillows, stuffies, people, that kind of stuff, sometimes it's not just other dogs, then you can remove the item. But we might be dealing with another type of behavior there. It might be more of an obsessive compulsive. It might be a self-soothing technique at that point.
I would buy there's a lot of self-soothing going on with blankets and pillows and that type of thing. Right. I also think that when a dog starts humping a person's leg or whatever, that there's a chance that has been reinforced in the past, or there's something that happens either during or just after that has reinforced the dog to think that that's okay, that that's good actually. Yeah. So I think it's important just to interrupt that and maybe refocus the dog elsewhere. Let's go do something else. Let's get that, if it's excitement and arousal, let's get that channeled elsewhere towards something the dog can and should be doing.
Right. So humping must be stopped, must be interrupted. Look at the context. Is it happening because the dog is excited, aroused? Right. Is it happening because the dog is anxious and is trying to look for something to self-soothe? And good luck with your humpers.
I had a short tail Osgoodian humper.
That's right, the short tail Osgoodian humper.
She does when she's playing with Chase and she gets overexcited. Her back end starts going, and she will mount Chase, and he doesn't like it. And we have to stop that right now because he will tell her. And they had one scrap because of that, a big one, a big scrap because of that, and I wasn't quick enough.